Hi everyone, Miss Darling in the studio. I have a little extra time this afternoon, and so I thought I would try to get off a quick video to you all about cutting tags out of Masterboards. We all love Masterboards. They're very utilitarian, they're fun to make, and I have other videos on making Masterboards, but let's now see what one can do with a Masterboard. I had this Masterboard that I made some while ago, and using my acrylic templates, I was easily able to make a whole bunch of nice tags, strategically placed and in 3 different sizes. I have a large tag, and I have a medium-sized tag, and then I have a smaller one. And so let me quickly show you how I go about doing this. I pull out a Masterboard. This is one that's partially used to make these, and another one. And then I have my acrylic templates. And here's my big one, here's a medium-sized one, and here's a small one. I always like to start with my big one and get something nice out of it. All I do is lay it down where I think I might have a good composition. Nope. It's maybe too big for any place on this particular sheet. So let's try this one. I might get something usable. I try to look for maybe a focal point that would hit right about here, about 1/3 of the way down. There's one that would be at the top, not really ideal. I could do something like that. Not really feeling it for my big one. Let's see about some of the smaller ones. If I put something there, this particular one isn't turning out to be that great, so move on. I'll try this one again, but with the smaller template. I could do that, and then I'm not happy with this, but I could cover that over with something. All I do is I put my template where I want it to go, and I take a pencil and just simply outline it, and that will help me cut it later. What else can we do here? Let's look at this smaller one. I think maybe I like that. Put my focal point right about in there. Yeah, this particular sheet isn't the most ideal for getting a bunch of tags out, but that's 2. And then what I have left over, once I cut those out, if I'm not happy with a tag that I've cut out, of course I can always glue something on top. Like, I'm not going to be keeping this here, so I will cut that out and do something else with that. And I'll show you some tags that I already cut out off camera, and what I'm going to do to them to make them look just a little bit better. Sometimes you wind up with something that just needs a little bit of touch-up. Sometimes you wind up with something that needs quite a bit of touch-up. But there's just a zillion things you can do, not just with paper, but with bits of fabric as well. I'll use lace, and I keep everything. I keep, for instance, this is a little container where I have bits and pieces of fabric that I've used for other projects. And they're just little tiny bits. I don't throw them away. I keep them because you never know, especially when you're dealing with smaller items like tags or bookmarks. You never know when you might want and need a little doodad that you can glue on top and just completely take over a tag and solve a problem and turn it into something really wonderful that wasn't so wonderful when you first cut it out. Here we're getting 2 tags out of this. I've had some Masterboards that I literally got, I couldn't believe how many neat tags, bookmarks, or just small artist cards I was able to get out of just the one Masterboard. So there's 2, and you can see how great they turn out when you get them cut out. This needs a little something here, and I want to be covering that over. But before I do that, I'm going to look at what I've got left here and see what I can do with it in terms of smaller ephemera that isn't in the tag category. So I'm going to trim that off, and I'm left with this. Let's trim these edges off, and for now probably just leave it as a fairly sizable card. It's not as big as a standard postcard, but it's also not as small as an artist trading card. I could cut it down here. That would give me that and that, and I think I will do that. Just cut it right there where there's a natural line. So I'm going to trim off this little bit down here that doesn't need to stay. And we have a nice little card here that we could do something with. And over here, I need to trim this one up a little bit. That's a very usable card of some kind on its own. Now what do I have left? Well, I've got this section here. So I'm going to cut this out. And I'm going to trim off this white edge that printers don't ever print on. You've got to have a little border of some kind. And okay, I think we'll trim it right about there. Okay, so we've got that. I'll even keep something like that. I'm going to, what shall I do? Well, I'm going to save the butterfly as best I can. I'm going to retrim that about right in there. And then I'm just going to cut down the side here. And I have two interesting little bits right here. Probably trim the white off at some point. And this I'm going to snip here and up here. And guess what? I'm going to save that, because that could be something that I glue down somewhere to kind of solve a problem somewhere. Like, for instance, not that I'm going to use it here, but let's say I needed something to go across there and I glued that there or down here. You see how you can quickly and instantly change the whole look and feeling of a card that may have an ugly spot that you want to cover over some way. I kind of like that, even though I wasn't looking to do anything there. Maybe something in the middle. And I think I kind of like it down here. And I think I just might glue that on there. That's why I say we don't throw anything away unless it's a really, really tiny thin thing that we just know we're not going to have any use for. Other than that, I save all of these because you never know. You might come back. For instance, I need something there. Well, maybe I could glue something like that down there. In fact, that might not be a bad idea. Let's trim this off and see what we've got. So maybe that could go in there. This is not a border, it just happens to be a white strip that's there. I think that can go there, and this can go there, and then we keep on going until we're happy with what we have. Because of that white strip, the first thing I'm going to do is ink up this side and kind of minimize that and take it all the way around. And I'm going to ink this up as well. I'm using a Tim Holtz ink pad. This is the color Walnut, in case you're interested. Okay, and I think that can drop right in there and improve that card instantly with a little bit that we couldn't use on the first round, but we're making use of it on the second round. My whole point is, don't throw anything away, because you just don't know right off the top whether you'll find a real use for it. Either right away, or if not right away, then down the road. I'm taking care of these, and then I'm going to show you 4 cards that I had cut out earlier, and I was very pleased with the ones that I had used the template to design. These are coming along. They're not finished, but they're better than they were. I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to show you first. These were the postcards, not postcards, these were tags that I had originally cut out of 2 sheets of Masterboards. Not the original Masterboards, these are cutouts of photocopies, and I'm fairly pleased with the composition of all of these already. And I decide not to do anything more to them. What I will do is glue them onto another piece of cardstock so they're a little thicker, a little more sturdy, and not quite as pliable. I like my tags to be a little bit stronger than what this stock is giving me that I printed them on. In fact, I almost always will back my tags up with another sheet of cardstock. But now let's take a look at these. Were some of the tags that I was not happy with, and I'll show you why and what I plan to do to improve upon them. There's 3 tags there, and then 1 bookmark. We'll deal with that one last. This is how it came out, and I'm proposing to glue this down here to give me a stronger focal point. I wanted to bring this 5 in. I love numbers. I want my focal point to be up here in the top third, not in the center, slightly off center. So I'm going to use this lovely little rust butterfly. And then this is a sticker. I believe it's a sticker. Maybe it's not. Yes, it is. It's a sticker, so it's going to go down here at the bottom. But I first need to glue this in place. I think I wanted that up to hide that. I'm dropping that in there. The butterfly will go there, and the sticker is going to drop in down here. Is that where I had it, or did I think I had it up a little higher? Do that down there. And so you can take anything that you've cut out and, oh, sorry. You can take anything that you've cut out and you can always change it up afterwards. so that nothing is wasted. And there we go. And I'm going to ink around this. And I probably, I don't know, I'm not crazy about this area here, but I'm going to let that go for right now. I just want you to see the process of how you can take something and just make it something new. Now this was another one. It didn't come out quite so great. I did some stamping on it to grunge it up some more, and still not happy. Needs a stronger focal point. And this is beekeeping, and this is beekeeping down here, so I thought how great to put a bee there. And so I have this lovely little bee, the right size and color, and there's no question about where he belongs. Yes, you need to buzz around here. That's where you're going. And then I'm thinking I'm going to put that there. It over and do some trimming. Okay, so far so good. And I'm going to drop some of this vintage lace right in there, about there. I mean, look at this thing. It was hardly worth keeping, but I have found a use for it. Right in there. It's not a whole lot, but every little thing you do adds a little more personality to something. Not bad. Getting there. I'm not trying to solve every little thing I'm showing you in this video. I just want you to see the process of how you can work with things and improve them. Oh, I was gonna drop the little butterfly right in there at a brief angle. I forgot about the little butterfly. Butterflies and bees. How fun is that? Okay, then let's look at this over here. I need a focal point up here. My 9 is just about right where I want my focal point, so I think I'm gonna lose that, but I can always stamp another number in anytime I get ready. I'm at this point, just off the top. I'm going to go ahead and lock in my focal point. Here's another sticker. I think I'll drop in there. Feeling a little bald spot there. I can get it started. Here we go. Okay, not bad. We're getting there. I hope you can see the process and understand it, and you know, just play around and have fun with whatever you have, whether it be paper or fabric. You can of course combine the two together, and I love doing that. So, you know, collect things to work with and never feel like you're wasting anything, because a lot of what you see right here and this right here, these were what other people might just throw away. You know, it was leftovers after cutting out some tags. But I keep it all because you never know when a snippet off of one of this, something like this, can solve a problem on something that you're working on. That's it for this video. I thank you for being here. Be sure and check my Etsy shop and the description box for resources to help you in your projects. And come back again and join me for my next video. Until then, this is Miss Darling calling this a wrap. Bye-bye.